Welcome back to the channel. Today I have 3 GBM-2100 here. Pull this one out for comparison, and these other two. So these watches, they don't even show up on the Casio part website. And so far there's only 2 models with black bezels, which is this one, the Rui Hashimura, and there's the, put up a picture right here, the GBM-2100B-7A, which came out I think in 2024. It's already discontinued. But that model, the bezel, if you look at the picture, it doesn't look black like this. It looks more like this. See the difference? This is the GMB-2100, the full metal one, which I've slowly customized, and I installed this rubber leather strap, which is very comfortable. Buttons, rose gold, and screw from the gold, rose gold model. Also changed the hand, minute hand and hour hand. So I use one of the original chrome bezels, and I painted one. But you can see it's not the same black. I wanted to make it a little bit different. What did I paint it with? Redline Shop Spectraflame Black. So this is basically automotive 2K clear with a tint that you have to mix with a hardener. You have to use an airbrush, and then you can leave it like this, but I apply like 3 light coats of clear coat on top of it to protect it. I'll leave you a link if you know how to do airbrush. And this is how it looks. If you want to get more of this color, they have the other type of paint, which might end up looking like this. I forget the type of paint that it is. I'll put it up here. When I'm editing, they'll probably come up to mine. The type of paint, which is, you know, a darker paint. It's not translucent. This is translucent, so the more coats you apply, the darker it's gonna get. This is why it has this color. If I would have kept going with the color, it would have been darker. Not as dark as this, but darker. This is why it looks, you know, this kind of crazy color, kind of a dark plum color. So the plan is to install it on one of these. I was gonna try to make it look, maybe this one look like that GBM-2100B-7A, but I don't know, I kind of want it on this one. And I got the bezel screws are painted the same color to match, and I have gold buttons here just to, you know, change out the chrome ones, because you can't have chrome buttons with a black bezel. It's just, it doesn't look right. I bought gold, but you know, I could go either way with a black one. What kind of buttons are these? They are regular GA-2100 buttons from AliExpress. They are 99.999% identical. The important part, which is the stem that take care of the water resistance part, is exactly the same. which is the stem here, and the thickness of the stem is exactly the same. The only difference is this part right here. I got the measurements written down. I don't want to make a mistake. So the buttons on the GBM are 2.7 millimeters tall right here, and this is 2.8, so just a hair. So these are going to stick out just a little bit more. You see? So they're going to stick out just a little bit more, which, you know, I don't mind. But, you know, there's no replacement part for these watches. So, you know, AliExpress, you could get gold or black. You know what I mean? So the first thing I want to do is try out the bezel on this one and this one, see which, you know, it looks better. Let me get the hex screwdriver and I'll be back. All right, I got all the screws out. If you don't know which type of screwdriver, it's a 0.05 inch. So all the screws are out. If you've never taken one of these apart, it does have like that red rubber cushion inside. This watch, I bought it brand new. This one I bought used. And where did I get the bezel? You're probably asking. I bought a damage for parts watch with a damaged module, and this is almost brand new with buttons. The straps almost brand new. Somebody wanted to do a I guess the negative to positive, and they messed up the module. And I bought it thinking that I could just buy the parts or buy a new module, but turns out the module is almost as expensive as a new watch. So might as well use the watch for parts, right? So, yay, I like it. I like it a lot. It even looks good with the chrome buttons. Look at that. It kind of looks like a pool, right? Look at this. I don't know. It looks good here too. Something happened with this. Giving me an error. This watch has look, it has some sand. I've never taken this one apart. I think I should clean it. Might as well. You see this? This goes through here and it clips with the back plate. And I think, let me get a brush. Got a brush right here. So I think that little metal part might be like an antenna for the Bluetooth. I think that's why it gave me an error. You can see this one has it too. So I don't know. What do you guys think? This one or the old black one? I mean, I could still paint another one. So because it's not that I don't like this, it's that they are a scratch magnet. And this is why I don't really like using these watches, because they are very easily scratched. So you can see these are still like brand new. This one had a scratch, the one I painted. Can't see it now. It was somewhere around here. I did polish it before painting it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna install it on this one. Yeah, it looks weird. I like it here. Look at the error. So definitely it's like an antenna. This thing, I like it because it's weird. So I'm gonna keep it here. Let me install the screws, and I could always change it to this one later on. I don't want to bore you putting on screws. Check it out. You know what? I'm kind of digging it like that. Look at the screws. Having second thoughts about changing the buttons because there's nothing else gold in the watch. If I change the buttons, I might have to change the hands to have something, you know, gold. I can't change the hour markers because on these watches it's completely different from the regular GA-2100. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. I think I'm going to save the buttons for this one, and I can mix and match it better. I could paint the bezel black, and the paint is resin, enamel black paint, which should look more like this. And could probably get gold hands, maybe like this one. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Or I could just keep the buttons for something else. You know what I mean? I provided, you know, the information. They do work. I did get the measurement from this one. I took one of these buttons out, and that's how I know that they will work. As a matter of fact, I gotta take this out because I gotta install this bezel here, and that's how I'm gonna, you know, keep it. You see this one? It's also black. I could try to customize this one. You know what? Since we're here, I want to see how this watch looks with the gold buttons. I'm going to install them here. Missing one screw. Come on now. Okay. Even the O-ring. There's no part number or anything for this watch. It's weird. Let me use the... Let me get the tool. See? I don't know if you can tell, but the gold button is slightly taller. But the stem is exactly the same. And that's what matters for the water resistance. I'm not gonna lube the buttons because they're probably not gonna stay here. All right, let me do all of them and I'll be back. Check it out. Looks pretty nice. See how the buttons stick out just a hair. Very noticeable. You can notice it here because you got, you know, one next to each other, but if it wasn't for that, so you can see the gold buttons, they're definitely gonna land on this one. It just makes the watch look fancier. What do you think? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I could just move the module back into this one and that's it, right? Well, this one has a sapphire glass with an anti-reflective coating. This one has the original glass. So for me to move the module over here, I would have to change the glass because I already got a sapphire glass on this one. You know what I mean? But, you know, the point is, if you want to customize your watch, you could get AliExpress buttons. They look very nice. They're actually easier to push. But this one came out beautiful. Beautiful. Tomorrow, I might be tempted to put the gold buttons on this one just to see how it looks. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. That's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Peace out.